Peter from Brussels remarks that even the most diverse NATO militaries barely touch 10% female recruitment, and asks, is there an ideal target percentage for militaries to ensure gender mainstreaming, and might quotas help? NATO is a military alliance. We do have a standing command structure, but we do not possess military forces on our own. The forces in NATO-led operations and missions are provided by nations, and it's up to the nations to define the human resource policies and the composition of their armed forces. But I agree, it is a concern that the level of women is so low in many of our armed forces. And why is this a problem? Well, you can look at it from different angles. First of all, to enable ourselves to deal with complex security challenges, we need to have people with specific expertise and competences. We need to tap into the female human resource base as much as into the male one to get these competences. The armed forces compete with many institutions for the best and the brightest, and need to lean forward and proactively make the defense institutions attractive also for women. And from a different angle, I would add that men and women should have equal rights, opportunities and responsibilities defending the security interest of their country. Now, Peter's question is about how to get there. I do believe numeric targets can help us in our work closing the gender gap in the armed forces, but I do not think there is any ideal target. Gender balance means in reality 50-50. I do think, however, it's important to reach a tipping point where the ratio of women becomes high enough for you to start seeing a real change in the institutional culture, allowing both men and women to achieve their full potential. As NATO does not have its own human resource policy for recruitment to armed forces, we don't have a policy on quotas either. But personally, I have a very pragmatic view on this. It is a measure whose utility has to be assessed in the concrete context. In NATO, we do facilitate exchanges of best practices on recruitment and retention of women in the armed forces. And next year we will have a conference on this topic. And this event will allow us to assess where we are and to learn from each other.